Well, good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I don't know why I said morning. It's Friday evening.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's been, Tes, it's felt like good morning all day, every day this week.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's the first week back to reality. I think we're all in a little shell shock.
Back to life.
I know I am.
Back to reality.
Yeah. Back to life.
That's from our high school days. You know what's been constant? These guys, Honest AC and Plumbing. Get your heaters maintenance by these guys. Locally owned, veteran owned. They got you. David, Will, Floyd. They're fine Americans. And they're a big fan of Tes for some reason. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Why? Oh, I have another fan.
Have a fan. Hey, so this is our final. We'll actually do one more next week, and then we'll take a quick week break. Just because this is the end of where we're really talking about Texas football. We put a wrap on it, and the national championship is this week. But before, there's been a lot going on in Austin over the last 5 to 6 weeks when it pertains to UT athletics, and this is a nationwide story. And Chris Beard receiving the axe after 1.5 seasons. This came as no surprise to many, but for some, they're questioning the legal process. Why did decision not come down until after a legal decision was made? I'll just say this, and not to leave you hanging there, Tes, I'll say this. The university did their own type of research, I believe, and really weighed their options to their own best interest and really studied the contract to which Chris Beard had. And by cause, this was not representative of how it was worded in the contract. So that gave them an out, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree. I think Texas did the right thing here. Unfortunately, I innocent until proven guilty. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. You weren't there. Nobody was there. We don't know what's going to happen legally, but I think Coach Beard put himself in a volatile situation.
Correct.
And unfortunately, in that type of role, being a head coach at UT, you have to remove yourself from those types of situations. And I think he probably should have got out of that type of situation and in that role, because now it ultimately led to the demise of his career at UT and maybe his career going forward. I don't know what will happen to Coach Beard. But I think UT did the right thing here. And I don't think they had a lot of options.
No.
I really think they were kind of between a rock and a hard place here. And it's extremely unfortunate, but it's what had to happen.
Yeah, no. And you can find the initial statement by his attorney, Perry Minton. It's on our Twitter site at Stories Man Cave. And then, of course, Chris Del Conte in the middle here and being the spokesperson for the brand, the University of Texas. And then there's also, I thought, was the statement from the legal counsel from the University of Texas, that being Jim Davis. I thought that was as well stated as a document could, it meaning spelling it out, the reasons why, through layman's terms.
Yes.
To your point, Tes, so his fiance Randy too. We can speculate by saying this. I know from speaking to people who are either close to the situation or are tied to Coach Beard that this is a situation in which Coach was given brotherly, friendly advice to remove him from the situation in the past.
But he didn't do that.
Correct.
And look what happened. In the words of the amazing Gene Sawyer, you make your own misery.
It's true.
And
it's true.
Unfortunately, it's just so unfortunate. The whole situation. It's really sad to see. And it's sad. It's depressing. It's sad. I don't know. Just wish with the best on his family and the victim, should there have been one, and those things.
No, I hate it. I hate it all around for everybody involved. Coach Beard, hell of a coach. Hell of a coach, hell of a recruiter. The future was, I don't know what will happen this season. I think these young men at Texas should take this opportunity and create their own legacy.
Sure.
Chris Beard's not done coaching.
Yeah.
It'd be foolish for anyone not to hire him. But I understand on his side, because from what I've been told, from my understanding, from things told to me, is that the powers that be, including CDC, that being Chris Del Conte, told him, allegedly told him that just wait it out. We're going to wait until the district attorney comes out with their determination of this. And so I was told that Chris Beard was in communication with the team. Tell them, keep playing hard, keep playing for you guys. I'll be back. And that's it. And
so it seems like there was maybe some
miscommunication.
Right.
It could be very well miscommunicated. He could have received that a different way.
Sure.
With whomever, if it was CDC, don't know that. Again, we weren't there, but we're just going off of sources. And
every time you say that, I think we're talking about COVID, like the Center for Disease Control.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I'm like, wait a minute. What are we talking about? The pandemic? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No. Okay. In all seriousness. Yeah. I mean, what a delicate situation. I'm almost speechless. I mean, I kind of thought this was going to happen. I was not shocked. I think he put himself in a position, regardless if he's guilty or not. If he was attacked and he was just an innocent man attacked by this woman, we don't know that. But if he was, he still chose to be in that position, and you can't be in this type of role and do that.
Correct.
You should have corrected that. You should have said, this is a volatile relationship. This is not good for me. And unfortunately he didn't do that. And now.
Yeah. So you and I were in San Antonio at the Alamo Bowl, along with 62,000 other people. There's really not much to say because it was a bowl game, a tier 2 game, 8-5 overall. The season's over with, obviously.
Right.
As we move into national championship weekend of the final few days of this college football season.
Say
how would you?
So.
Huh?
I said, say it isn't so.
I know, it's depressing
as hell.
How would you wrap up this season, Tes? Well, how would you describe what we witnessed for you as a Texas fan?
Better than other seasons. I mean, I feel like there's improvement, but I still don't see the movement that I think we all were holding the standard to. But I'm willing. I've been waiting a long time, so I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to let this, let this cake bake appropriately. We gotta give it some time, and nurture it. And I really feel we're just almost there.
Yeah.
I can taste it. It's and more so than I have in a long time. I just have a feeling about this new class coming in and the freshness of it. And I feel like something big is about to happen with Texas football.
Well, I know a lot of people are hoping that you're right. You almost sounded like Charlie Strong right there. The cake has been baked. And I don't know, but you're right. The ingredients are there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many of this freshman class coming in will play, but I do think quite a few. And you couple that with last year's recruiting class. I mean, Tess, we saw Casey Kane, who had struggled throughout the season catching a ball, running routes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I really think that there's some progress there. Against Washington, the running game sucked.
Yeah, and I think obviously that's the loss of Bijan and Roschon, but I think it's better for it's better for them. I mean, they left, so now we have to build it back up. You know, Brooks. I don't know if Blue's transferring. I'm reading that he might be going to the portal. Yeah. This is a running back university.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm sorry, but it is. And some of the greatest running backs of all time have come out of the University of Texas. So, I mean, if I was a running back, I would want to play for UT. Clearly, I'm not. I'm doing a podcast with you. But I don't know. I don't think we'll ever have a problem with the running game.
No.
What makes us successful is when our passing game and running game are both on.
Yeah.
Or you have a quarterback like Mr. Vince Young, who could pass and run.
A generational quarterback.
I mean, a legend.
Well, speaking of the current quarterback, I thought Quinn Ewers didn't look great starting out, but I thought there was some growth there in the second half, tremendous growth, because there were adjustments made, not coaching. The coaches obviously adjusted and made adjustments with him in the offense, but that second half, Quinn looked different. I mean, he really figured it out, and that's a sign of maturity. That's a step forward in his career.
I did. And what's unfortunate is the wide receivers didn't, have Quinn was maturing, but the wide receivers almost like took a step back.
Correct. Except Casey Kane,
which, what I'm excited about is in the new class, because I think the quarterback and the wide receiver have to have kind of a melding, a really good relationship. And I thought I saw that between Quinn and Xavier, but it's kind of like deflated a little bit.
Do you think? I don't know. I saw some inaccurate reports on a Facebook group. Everybody believes what they see, that that Xavier is going to USC. That's not true. I
don't think he's going.
If he does, okay.
I'm kind of like, I don't know what happened to Xavier. It's like he came out hot and then he just got put up wet. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know what happened, because gosh, Jesus. I mean, he really pulled off some amazing shit.
Texas could have won that game by 10 points.
I know.
But Washington is much better than I thought.
That's a good football team.
That's a great football team.
We only lost by a score.
Yeah, but
I think that's amazing against that team. That is an excellent football team.
And Texas was non-existent for part of that game.
If we would have played, I still go back to this Alabama game. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that was a team. I don't know if I ever saw that team again.
Oh.
Maybe glimpses of it.
Yeah.
But that day.
That's a good point.
We played. It was phenomenal. I mean,
Defensive,
from
yep.
every aspect, offense, defense, especially, everything was just boom. I mean, it was like, and it's weird that happened early in the season. Like, I just wonder, was it because we were playing Alabama?
I think that's part of it. I thought there were a lot of things. They were healthy.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
But it was early in the year. So I'm going to go ahead. Expectation. Sorry, that was my microphone. Expectation. I want to say you got to at least win 9 games next year. You got to do better than this year.
Okay, so Sark this is year 4?
Year 3.
Okay, well, you know what happens in year 3 at University of Texas.
Yeah.
The gauntlet is thrown.
Correct.
So he either puts up
or
reacts you. I mean, we don't have, what is it?
That won't happen this time, I don't think.
No.
Unless he goes 5-7.
And loses to Rock Chalk. Although Rock Chalk's good now.
Yeah.
He better not go 5-7. If he does, he's fired.
Even then, I think that'd be Texas is UT as a program needs to change. Period. You can't just keep cycling coaches in and out of here. Period.
I know.
That's part. No, I'm not blaming you. I'm not.
No. I agree with you, Sean, because it's like every 3 years we can't just be what gives here?
Yeah.
Like, the proof is in the pudding, and I think we've talked about this. It's a top-down thing.
Exactly.
And you can't just keep replacing the surface.
Yeah.
You got to go to the foundation.
Leadership.
That's right. And you can't tell me that it's just all these coaches and it's just on them. I think you have to dig a little deeper here.
Well, I feel like the alumni and the boosters, the boosters in particular, have done a better job. I think they have changed their identity of realizing we're not who we think we are. Ooh. We are. They do know that they're Texas. They can, let's say, money whip whoever they want, but they realize that's not conducive to a program sustainable success. That's not going to bring that.
Yeah,
I think they're better.
I want it to work.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see another coach fired and another coach to come in after 3 years. I'm tired of that. I mean, I hope I want it to work. So let's hope for the best, and let's hope that he doesn't go 5-7.
I know it. I hope not. All right, we're going to pick up the pace a little bit.
All right,
and we're going to show you a little. This was I think. Well, this is probably the safest photo to show. This is before the debauchery took place. This is a fine American group.
Oh.
What would you say? Would you say the picture on the right was a catalyst for the entire night?
I think you thought it was.
Yeah. Had a 30-hour hangover. Not a headache. Just whether you were I was just drained.
Sean was incapacitated.
Correct. Where did we go? That was did boost up our energy and
Saluna.
And where is it?
In Alamo Heights.
Yeah, your memories are on point. Smart.
Goddamn elephant over here. And by the way, that the Tex-Mex at Saluna in Alamo Heights is absolutely amazing. And this comes from a Texas born and raised girl. Yeah. I don't say that about many Mexican restaurants. It was absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend it if you're in the San Antonio area.
It's off the wall.
Good. It was
magnificent
price point, atmosphere, service, food, and crowded as could be right when the doors open.
It's unreal. How would you describe that group of fun Americans right there? That was
Oh, I think we all just wanted to come out and have a good time. Obviously, a bunch of Longhorn fans, and the four in the middle all went to high school together.
That's right.
We are alumnus, actually. Miss Spring Holland, Jason's wife, and I were actually Anderson cheerleaders together.
Yes, sir.
And we were on a competition cheerleading team too. So
blue and gold, baby.
We go way back. Me and Miss Spring do. And Mr. Jason Holland also played football and obviously knew. Well, I mean, we all knew each other in high school.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Spring was, he grew up in my hood.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Miss Spring and I. Jason just came he was like, I didn't know y'all had to try out in front of the whole school.
Oh, I know it. I didn't know it. I do remember that.
I was like, what do you mean you didn't know that? He goes, no, they don't do that anymore. Now they just can try out in front of like a judging panel because their daughter is a cheerleader for Texas State.
That's right.
And I said, well, no, Spring and I got put through the mother effing ringer, like heckling and all the stuff.
That's all the stuff. Well, as we pick up the momentum here, we're going to show you this. This is a little segment. If you saw us live in San Antonio, this was pretty funny. I don't know why I did this. I'm kind of making fun of the TikToker or the Instagram folks showing their fashion fit. This was our game day fit. This is ridiculous.
Blue boots. Okay. These are blue Lucchese suede boots. These are burnt orange jeans from 7. This is just a denim shirt from an unknown provider.
That's a cleavage
This is
shot.
my monogrammed bandana that has my name on it. In case I get lost, people can find me. And this is a Stetson. And this is a hat band from Marfa, Texas. And I'm ready to go to the game.
Let's go. Let's go.
There we are. You got a model.
Pants. Pants by Banana Republic. Shirt, football shirt. Banana Republic. Last stand hat.
Did you hear what I said? Body by Schwinn.
By Schwinn.
I go body by Schwinn.
That's accurate.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm glad you replayed that.
That was, we had a good time, and that was in the bar of the hotel. What is it? The Hotel Gibbs.
That's right.
Beautiful place. Old and nice.
1909?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's when it was founded.
It was fun. And thank you for Hotel Gibbs and your lovely, lovely staff for providing us the space. Body by Schwinn. Hey, you know what this week is? Frog Mania time.
So be smart. Let's go win one more. Yeah! Rip, rap, bazoo, lickety, lickety, zoo, zoo, ooh, wah, wah, ooh, give them hell, TCU, rip, rap, bazoo.
What does that do for you?
Well, as a Texas fan, look, I'm happy for TCU. I don't have any hard feelings for TCU. I'm glad it's an OU. I'm glad it's not A&M, but I wish it was Texas.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch another Texas team be in this limelight. It's hard to watch. But I don't know. I was impressed by them beating Michigan.
They look good. The reason why I can relate and why I love this TCU team right here. They play at that. They don't care what anybody says. They don't care what anybody thinks. They don't care about who gets credit, unlike other teams that we know very well who have all these 4- and 5-star beauty divas, they don't mesh well because they think they should be getting the time. We're so many. It's where we are in society. It's where we are. There's not many teams like TCU. They have good talent. They have good players. People get too enamored with these 4- and 5-star ratings. Prove it. Lose your star rating when you come to college. You're nobody. That's how I feel. Prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it.
You know what? That's a good point. I wonder if this is going to, unfortunately, squash that.
Well, TCU, if you look at it historically, dating back to Gary Patterson, he's done it. That program is
GP, man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to watch the game on Monday night. I really am.
I am too, Jess.
I'm really, really excited. Obviously, yeah, here we go. I mean, obviously, Georgia is a phenomenal team. They almost play, they're one of those teams I'm like, remember when Alabama was that good?
Yeah.
Where you're like, dude, nobody can even scratch their, they're just good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be cool though. It's going to be, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited to watch it. This is cool. This is what we wanted. We wanted to stop watching flipping Alabama win every damn year.
Yeah. Well, it's in the same conference.
That's right. I know. Flipping SEC, damn it. But I mean, and yeah, I mean, Georgia's always been in the mix. They're just good.
Yeah. So national titles in LA at SoFi Stadium. I've heard parking is like $100.
Really?
$100. And there's an LA. We all know about Max Duggan, the Heisman finalist.
Right.
There's a story out there about how at the Heisman presentation that he had a conversation with Kirby Smart, and that Kirby Smart said that real quick scenario when y'all brought your kick team, your field goal team in Waco and quickly kicked that field goal. He said, Kirby Smart at Georgia said, we implemented that next week into our practice, and we do it every week. He told him that. So the Frogs do have an LA connection, and it is running back Imari DiMercato. And obviously he's asked, when you go on the road, you got to find out where all the good food places are. I mean, he's literally SoFi Stadium is so close to this young man. He's going home to see mama, daddy, and he's going back to his favorite food truck.
It's literally a 5-minute drive.
That sounds very.
I like those birria tacos. Like they have it's a taco truck in like East LA. It's really good. Got like 5-star rating.
I would go to that taco truck. I mean,
I do too.
Yeah, I mean, some of the best food is those just off. You know what? And he would know.
Yeah,
he's from there.
Yeah,
like yeah. I mean, that would be so much more of an experience than going to some 5-star restaurant. That's where you want to go eat.
Yeah, exactly. Got to show you something, and we got to pick up the pace a little bit. We got to move fast here. Okay. What the hell is this?
I sent that to you, Sean.
You did.
That is a frog bag. It's a purse, people. Y'all, look in the. That is not a real frog. That's an actual leather bag. And guess what? It's low in stock.
Yeah, how? Why? Is it TCU fans?
That's right. Girls, get your bag for the natty.
Yeah.
Go in line.
Hey, you know what time it is for the final time for this season?
TikToking in the man cave, manscaping.
No.
Oh, picking them. Okay.
Picking them. You had a pretty good week last week in the week 3 of the bowls. You really did.
I did. Thank you.
You did. We both had 7-4 records.
Thank you.
And, it's not bad. Not bad at all. There's only 2 games, but I added a bonus for us this week, Tes.
Oh, God.
You get 10 plus 10 if you predict the exact score of each of the national championship games.
Oh, Jesus.
FCS. That's the level where Stephen F. Austin, Incarnate Word, where they play lower Division 1. North Dakota State is a powerhouse. They've won like 4 of the past 6 national championships. And here lately, South Dakota State. So it's North Dakota State versus South Dakota State in Frisco, Texas. They're going all the way down to Texas to play for a national title. And North Dakota State has quite a following. Who are you picking? And what's your score? The Bison and the Jackrabbits.
I think I'm going to go with North Dakota.
NDSU.
And I want to say it's going to be 31-14.
Oof. Okay. I want to go with a weird upset. San Diego State. Oh, excuse me, South Dakota State. But I want to say 38 to 37.
Oh.
38-37. South Dakota State.
Okay. So you're saying it's going to be closer. Okay, I know. I kind of went with the.
Okay. FBS National Championship. Let's go. Title game. Georgia. TCU. SoFi Stadium.
God, help me, Rhonda.
Help me, Rhonda.
Oh, Sean, this is
Dogs and hogs. Dogs and frogs.
Dogs and hogs. Oh, Jesus. I have a feeling. Why do I think this is going to be a high-scoring game? Am I wrong?
Could be.
Okay. I think Georgia's going to win.
UGA. Okay.
Yeah. And the score. I was saying I'm doing a little 41, 42, 40. I think it might be in the 40s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that's going to be a 41, 38.
Okay. All right.
41-38.
Okay. I'm taking UGA, the Dogs.
Oh, you are? Okay.
No, wait. Are you taking UGA? Yeah. I'm taking UGA.
Yeah.
30 to 14.
Oh, shit. Okay. So we kind of, okay. Damn, Sean. Okay, this is.
Yeah. Georgia's going to.
They're good.
TCU's really good.
They're excellent.
Really good. But
Georgia's a different.
Just they're going to be on.
Yeah. They want to win. They want to win. I mean,
since we're a little heavy, we're going to go. So Cade Klubnik, first start for Clemson in a bowl game in the Orange Bowl. His parents couldn't find the flight out of Austin, so they drove 20 out. They got a rental car and drove from Austin to Miami. The Clemson Tigers didn't win, but they got a bright future with the former Westlake state champion. How about we take a break? It's going to be edited, Tes, and we're going to pay tribute to a special man, a special soul. And I got a question for you. And we got, it's playoff time. Playoffs. And I got a funny photo for you. Actually, I can't remember if you sent it to me or I sent it to you, but it was it's no surprise. That's on the other side of this break. For all of your insurance needs, look no further than our primary sponsor, Jim Saxton State Farm Insurance Agency. The ATX OG has been insuring Austin for over 3 decades. And get this, Jim Saxton is a Longhorn legacy. He is the son of the late, great James Saxton, who was a Heisman finalist. Be sure to give him a call, or better yet, visit his website, saxtoninsurance.com, and tell him that the stories inside the Man Cave Boys recommended you.
This is JJ Gotch, CEO of the Austin Gamblers. And segment 2 of Stories Inside the Man Cave is next.
I would give my number up to put his name on the wall. He deserves it.
That was the great Greg Swindell, another one of the greatest to ever wear 21 at Texas. I can't give enough thanks to Greg, Ty Harrington, and Calvin Schiraldi, all making time for episode 218, talking about their beloved coach. Coach Gus was one at the time, and when his career ended at Texas, he was the winningest coach in all of college baseball history. Then Augie became that.
Right.
It's amazing. The Texas baseball program is the standard of college baseball. It just the program needs to get back to playing for championships. But, I mean, playing for the championship. They still go to Omaha. It's still an amazing program under David Pierce. But I'll say this, 91 years old. I had a breakfast with their family. And a lot of people who love that family. Pretty phenomenal. And his funeral will be next Thursday at Dish Falk Field at 3:00. And you talk about legends of Texas Longhorn past. They're all going to be there.
What a nice tribute.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
So 3:00, Dish Falk Field, anyone. I think it's open to the public. I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries. But, man, what a life he led. But let's just face it. You saw the tears in Greg Swindell, what he was talking about prior. Coach Gus, health was failing, cognitive, everything the last 2 or 3 years, needed a tremendous amount of home health. But 91 years old. We can only hope to live that long.
Right.
Pretty amazing.
He led an amazing life. So
he did. As we put a wrap on things, we got a few more things to address here, but I think one thing is, which is really encouraging, is what happened Monday night. Damar Hamlin, and I don't know where half of my photos are. They're not showing up today. But Damar Hamlin, I don't know how much you followed that test, but the fact that he has opened his eyes, he's talking a little bit, breathing on his own now.
Yeah. I think just from being in healthcare for so long, his age is only helping him being a healthy 24. I mean, that is a very young man. If he was 84, the outcome may be different, right? I mean, but he is a young, healthy, obviously athlete in shape. So hopefully he'll make a speedy recovery and could become medically stable and do some therapy and things like that. And, I really think his age is one of the best things. It's very unfortunate it happened, but thank God. So I'm happy to hear that. And I hope that he has a very fast recovery and a long life and future ahead. So he's so young.
Is there any way to even remotely, in a quick answer, tell us how rare that type of injury is? Because it's like at a specific heartbeat and the impact of that hit he took, we probably, I would guess, never see anything like that again. I mean,
no, and I don't think you can even attribute the hit to it. It could have happened on the bench. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you can say that it was due to the hit. I think the cardiac arrest could have happened when he was, at home on the couch watching television, or he could have been anywhere. I don't think you can say that it had to do with that, but there have been speculations that the certain jolt, because it's an electrical wave thing, is what a cardiac arrest is. Could have, but are we talking about rare? Yeah. I mean, it's just, but it's almost like he was going to have it regardless. And now they can work him up and see maybe he had some underlying heart condition that they weren't aware of, maybe he was born with something. I don't know. I mean, because for a 24-year-old man to have that sort of thing, something was going on.
Yeah. Well, this is Zeke Elliott with the Cowboys. You said the word jolt. I think it jolted everybody who has a heart, who realizes that their life is greater than a sport. But this is, as the football player, this sums up. I mean, it instills fear, but
it's scary. It's definitely scary. But I mean, the game we play is dangerous. That's why, every time I step on the field, I take a knee and I pray to God. I pray that, I pray over everyone that's playing in that game, and pray for the people who are already injured and hope for their recovery. And but I mean, it's the game we play, and
they know the risks. Everybody should. And that was my biggest fear from this. First of all, let's get DeMar healthy and give peace to his family.
Right.
Secondly, I don't blame a parent or kid, a parent saying, I don't want my child playing football. Because we've dealt with CTE and that's in your specialty.
Yeah. It is dangerous. I mean, Ezekiel, it is a dangerous sport. You take a risk.
But you know it, though.
You do. You sign up for it, and you try to do all the precautions and wear all the safety gear and follow all the rules, and obviously there's a lot of people. I think one of the reasons they've even said that DeMar had the chance is because all of the medical professionals that were there, and I mean, literally, like, boom. I mean, there was no time and that's why it's so important to have not only at college football games, but professional football games. You have to have these medical teams, because you don't know when something's going to happen. But I mean, it's a risk you take when you decide to become a football player.
Yeah, it is. It's a great game. It's a beautiful game. But no disrespect to anyone who is reversing what either the young man, young woman want to play football, do it, but know the risk. There's a risk at every sport, by the way. There's a lot of concussions in soccer. Tons, but that's my biggest fear, that football is going to be put on this pedestal of being the worst. It's unsafe, but but you sign up for it, but yes, first responders, that Cincinnati Bengals staff, unreal.
Phenomenal. So, yeah, it saved his life. So
they did. Many prayers for a lot of people, and prayers for that family as well.
For sure.
Hey, Dallas Cowboys playoff scenario is a bit confusing, Tes Sawyer. I'm pretty sure I have that graphic. Oh, my God, I do. There it is. This is what it looks like as we head into this final weekend. Very confusing. Basically, Dallas, they could go. So, for those who don't understand, there are 4 divisions. The 4 division champions get the top 4 seeds, regardless of your record. Dallas is currently needing a little help, but Philly's starting to suck it. Philly's the best team in NFL right now, and Dallas could probably say that but Dallas has got to win. They could go from the 5 seed to number 1 overall in the NFC. And to do that, they need to beat Washington. They need Philly to lose to the Giants and the 49ers to lose the Cards. You see the other scenarios. But for Dallas to be the 5 seed, they need Philly to beat the Giants or Philly lose and Dallas loses. It's just win. Just win.
Yeah, I agree. Just get the W, and then you can worry about all the scenarios later.
So both the games, the Cowboys and the Philly games, are on at the same time. And Tes, I don't know if you're worried about that, but Micah Parsons, who may be limited or not play, the best player on the team, he has some advice for the Cowboys fans.
Our focus should be beating Washington. You see these teams are focused on, next week or this week. If we don't finish what we got to do this week, what does it matter what the Eagles do? So I think everyone's focus should be on Washington.
True that.
I
guess as fans, we can flip back and forth. But there's your scenarios. Cowboys fans, just be proud. The season's not lost. But just remember, the Giants are going to be in the postseason. They don't really have much of a chance to go up in seeding, so they're probably going to rest some of their starters.
Okay.
So that doesn't help Dallas, meaning it gives a greater chance for Philly to win.
Right.
So that's the point. Hey, I know Chris Beard is no longer the head coach, but Coach Terry is, and they have been doing really good. But until this last one, Texas just gave up the most points they've ever given to anybody in a Big 12 game. Did you see that?
I saw parts of it.
Yeah, they got beat by a team that wore lavender jerseys.
I'm really over all of the purple teams.
Really?
In general. Sorry, no offense to your
Man, that was my left ventricle just flat. Very upset.
I've had enough of purple.
You've had enough purple. You've had enough TCU in Washington, right?
Bleh. Purple. Bleh. No. Kansas State. Bleh.
How's that face go?
Bleh.
Well, Rodney Terry, I want to tell all the basketball fans, he knows.
No, we're going to work at it. We're going to continue to get better, and obviously, we know it's an area we have to improve as a team.
Pretty simple. Big 12 play, no days off. TikTok of the week. This is apps. I got 2 of them for you, Tes. I was so excited to show both of them to you. This is Kelly, Brian Kelly, the head coach of Notre Dame. At what were they in? What game was that? It was one of the New Year's 6 games. That's when they beat Clemson, right? Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. One of the sponsors was Cheez-Its. Did you see this? The guy.
I do love a good Cheez-It.
Well, he wasn't afraid to. It doesn't matter where they are. He's going to eat them. This is absolutely hilarious. Funny stuff right here. And this is Brian Kelly. No shame.
Don't do it. Kelly. Do not do that, Coach.
Why not?
Coach, do not
Celebrate.
Do that.
Yes. That is a coach after my own heart.
5-second rule.
Absolutely. That's the taste of victory right there.
No, the Citrus Bowl where they just completely hammered Purdue, and he ate Cheez-Its off of the turf.
When you're winning, you can eat shit off the floor.
Do it. And this one, there's randomness on TikTok. Stevie laughed, but wasn't real sure what to think. This woman creates some random things. She's funny. Oh my God, I couldn't wait to show you this. Get ready. It's an anatomy lesson.
Oh, got your butthole. How do you even grab a butthole? I don't know, but I got yours.
Was that a cat's ass?
I don't know. Let's look at it again. I can't figure out.
Jesus.
I think it's a hand.
Oh, got your butthole. How do you even grab a butthole? I don't know, but I got yours.
I'll never look at a starfish ever the same again.
That was definitely a starfish. That was creative on her part.
I mean, a starfish is basically just a stomach.
Is that what it is?
That's all it is. It's just a flipping stomach with a hole.
Nice hole. So I don't understand it. There was something I really wanted to show you. So there was a picture. Texas A&M and Florida in Gainesville. They had to delay the game because A&M forgot their uniforms at the hotel.
There's a reason why there's Aggie jokes.
That's the aggiest of all things, aggiest of all Aggie things I've ever heard of.
Again, you can't write that shit. So
No, you can't. You can't. Hey, we need some positivity, especially after a week like this.
Hey, man, tell me something good.
Tes Sawyer, we just began a new year. This week has been a little strange. It's not been locally. There's been some negative things. Then we lost a legend, but a great life. And then Chris Beard fired. We kind of saw that coming.
Yeah.
Surely when all negative things happen, there's always something positive coming. Something that is beautiful is about to happen. That's the way it always works. Somehow, some way. So tell me something good from your perspective, because everyone's perspective is different.
I always look at everything like sliding doors. You know, when one thing closes, another thing opens.
Right.
And I think Coach Beard leaving will open a door for Texas, be it Coach Terry or somebody else. And I think it'll give now there's closure for the team too.
Correct.
They're not floundering. They know
Yes.
Coach Beard is gone. Now we just play the game. Let's move on. Let's do what we do. And I don't know what will happen, but I think I think it's a good thing because now we know, and now we can move forward. So I'm glad that a decision was made. And I'm excited. I saw all the players moving into the dormitories this week. So I think that's cool. That's a fresh new start. I think, change and new things are always good for anything. So I love the new things that are happening at the University of Texas in January. And just in general, like we all need a clean slate. Let's just wipe it and let's just start fresh and let's go from there and let's move on. So I like that.
That's well stated. Well stated, Tess. I'll say this. I quit resolutions, instead making intentions to be more intentional. Because I think that's, for me personally, that's not going to work for everybody. But I think for me, it's going to work. Just be more intentional and I know it sounds cliche, but just be more intentional in some of the things I am and getting rid of things that make me overextended. And I think a lot of people can do that. And I think a lot of people can relate to that and it will benefit their lives. But I will say, I love this time of year because there's that attitude. There's a new beginning. Everybody, but don't lose that feeling. Like it's like the gym. You see all these people or a workout facility, and then by first week of February, where's a third of them? Where'd they go?
Right.
Did they get lost? Hey, there's a new beginning. There's new dreams. There's new ideas. Let's go.
Well, what's always funny is when you go to the grocery store the first week of January, the salad section is always empty. I'm not kidding. Everybody buys all the flippin' lettuce. Guess what happens in February? No one's eating it anymore. It's like everybody's like, oh, I'm going to eat a bunch of lettuce because it's the beginning of the year. And by February, they're like, screw that shit. I'm eating my, regular stuff again. But it always cracks me up how all the lettuce is totally sold out.
That's ridiculous.
Because the thing is, if you're going to make any change like that, it has to be consistent and long term. You can't just do it for the first week of January.
Well, don't go overboard either.
Exactly.
Just balance.
Attainable goals.
Correct. Balance and incorporate leafy greens. That's all you got to do. And don't treat them like greens on New Year's Day where you boil them down. How were your greens, by the way?
They were delicious.
Yeah, they look delicious.
So were my black-eyed peas. They were so good.
Real nice. Mine were okay.
Mine were delicious. Okay, I'll make them for you next year.
Yes.
I will. I actually gave some of mine to a girlfriend because I made so many and she ate them. And I told her that everything tastes better when you share it.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, well.
I don't like it.
Yeah, put it on a plaque and hang it over your dining table. I don't know.
Sharing is caring. Always.
Sharing.
Hey, happy 2023 to everybody. And we'll have one more football edition, and you'll see that removed from her. That meaning Hook'em football will no longer be a title until August at some point. Yeah.
Say it isn't so.
Change is inevitable. Got to keep moving. Moving and adapting. Happy New Year, Tess.
Happy New Year, Sean, and Happy New Year, everybody. Hook'em.
So, hey, we out.